Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
The festivities begin with caroling on the circle and the Georgetown Christmas Parade.
It's then off to Cambridge to celebrate 90 years of the Rescue Fire Company's Train Garden.
Scorchy Taws takes us to Eden to meet a man who keeps Christmas all year long.
And then it's up to Dover as the Wreaths Across America convoy rolls into the Monster Mile.
The Outdoors Delmarva Christmas Special starts right now.
Welcome to the Outdoors Delmarva Christmas Special. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch.
Lauren, I got us something very special for the occasion, a couple of winter hats. This one says nice, and that one, it's naughty, and there you go.
Do you think I'm the naughty one?
Well, yeah.
No. Santa and me are best friends, and we know that you have been naughty this year. That one's yours.
Look, honestly, I don't care. Just give me something because my head is freezing right now.
Oh, perfect.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
Christmas time on Delmarva means traditions, and one of our favorite traditions is, of course, caroling on the circle in Georgetown.
And not only is it caroling on the circle, it's also the tree lighting ceremony and the parade.
4, 3, 2, 1, hit it. Merry Christmas!
Good evening and happy holidays to you, Georgetown! My name is Jason Lee. I am honored to be back, but I am even more honored to welcome back to this stage after a year hiatus, the one, the only, Jimmy Hoppa.
Thank you, sir.
If you don't have your program, you can get them right up here next to the container. The program does have the lyrics in it so that you can sing along.
And we expect you to sing along, too.
Around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie. Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children.
It was rather chilly out there in Georgetown, but I tell you, nothing warms my heart quite like a Christmas parade.
Oh, good. Then your heart is going to be very warm with all the parades we have coming up and the rest of our Christmas special.
Happy holidays from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. Happy holidays from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva.
There are so many wonderful traditions all over Delmarva, and one of those is the Cambridge Train Garden.
So, all aboard! Toot toot!
90 years. This is a Delmarva tradition like no other.
That's true, yeah. Started in 1934, and we have operated through the Second World War, through Korea and Vietnam and into the modern era. We've seen a lot of changes in Cambridge, a lot of changes in tradition in the community, but this is one that's stood the test of time.
And talk about how it got started.
So it started in 1934 as part of a Christmas party that Rescue Fire Company would host for community children. They had been doing that since the 1920s, and in 1932 they started building a model display for children, and in 1934 they built the first train garden, which was a model of Horseshoe Curve in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
I came here years ago and actually did a little story, and it looks completely different than even then. So talk about the changes every year.
Right, so we have been doing this now in this section of the building for about 15 years. Originally it was in the back of the building in what had been the wash bay for the Rescue Fire Company fire engines, and when the building was decommissioned as a firehouse in 2007, the train garden moved into what had been the apparatus bays so that there was more space in a larger area to do so. Since then it's gone from the display here in the middle to that, along with numerous boards around the side of the layout and a lot more for people to see and experience.
And the mastermind behind most of this beautiful artwork on the train board, Laurel here. Laurel, how did you get roped into this?
I have some really good friends that have been a part of this for a while, and they asked me if I would get involved, and I have no regrets. I never had any idea that it would become such a passion project for me, but it really is a love of mine. I look forward every year to seeing it lit up and running, and no matter how many hours I spend on the board, kind of bent over and, with glue on my fingertips, it's all worth it when you come in and you see the kids with their face pressed against the plexiglass and parents kind of just reliving their memories from it as well. It's really inspiring.
What do you think this means for the community to kind of have this be a generational thing for them as well?
As I mentioned, it's hugely important to the community. We have people come in here with grandparents, with both their children and then their grandchildren as well. We've seen families across 4 generations come in together, and it's something that's been shared now by people spanning 150 years in age difference over the course of time. So it's something that has been here through the tough times as well as the good ones for generations of Cambridge and Dorchester County residents.
It was so much fun celebrating 90 years with them.
And we love to celebrate Christmas with the legendary Scorchy Taws, which we'll do when Outdoors Delmarva returns.
But first, let's check out a couple more Christmas parades.
Happy holidays from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
We're here at the Christmas Manor in Chincoteague, Virginia, and I love how they have everything decorated out here, especially the lights, right down to the holly.
Which is a great segue right into this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Holly has been a treasured holiday decoration for as long as there has been a Christmas. The holly tree is most familiar to us for the bright red berries and waxy deep green foliage that provide us those decorations in the form of garland and wreaths. In earlier times, children flocked to the woods to collect just for wreath making.
I helped make them when I was a kid. My dad and mother. They got 5 and 6 cents a piece for them then.
76-year-old Chester Green lives in the Hickory Hill section of Millsboro. He remembers those earlier times, and with the help of his daughter-in-law Joanne, still enjoys wreath making today.
Well, you go out and cut little bushes about that tall and trim them up, and you bend them around like a hook. That's what we call them, hook, and You go wrapping your holly, and you holly on the hook and just wrapping like she's doing now.
For years untold, holly was the subject of many religious beliefs, superstitions, legends, and folklore passed from generation to generation. An old English superstition warns against stepping on a holly berry. Anybody who does must ward off evil by picking up the crushed berry, throwing it to the north, and chanting, "Holly berry, holly berry, forgive me and pray let me live." Today, holly's magical powers are limited to Christmas time. And since this is a season of sugar plum visions, why not hang a sprig of holly on your bedpost tomorrow night? Old Santa just might see that sugar plum vision becomes a reality. Scorchita is one in our Delmarva land for WBOC News. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ho, ho, ho.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is sponsored by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know that Charles Dickens wrote A Christmas Carol in just 6 weeks due to financial pressure?
Did you know that there are more than 100 versions of A Christmas Carol in movies alone, not to mention TV specials and a video game?
And did you know that despite A Christmas Carol being well received by Dickens' peers, Mark Twain said of the story, "There is no heart, no feeling. It is nothing but a glittering frostwork."
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Happy holidays from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. Happy holidays from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva.
Wreaths Across America is near and dear to our hearts.
And before all of those wreaths made their way to Arlington, they made a stop off at the Monster Mile in Dover. Merry Christmas, Michael. Thank you very much for having us here at the Dover Motor Speedway as part of Wreaths Across America. It's a great event, and we're honored to be here to help celebrate what has really become a tradition for the holidays that spans not only the veteran community, but also the civilian community, and you guys are a big part of that. How did that come about?
We are honored to be the only first state stop for the Wreaths Convoy this year. The Worcester Wreath Company out of Maine has been doing this event at Arlington National Cemetery for more than 30 years. And our track president, Mike Tatoyan, is very active in the USO Delaware and with Veterans Affairs throughout the state, and heard about the Wreaths and offered our a facility for their for only first state stop on their way to Arlington National Cemetery. And this is a bigger part of a nationwide event. I mean, literally thousands of cemeteries are going to be involved this coming weekend with planting wreaths at veterans' graves. And for us to be able to contribute a small part of that is definitely a special honor. They've never done an event like this, my understanding is, on this scale before, out here by the Monster Monument at Victory Plaza with a big crowd on hand, and we're getting very fortunate with the sunny skies today too, so we're happy about that. And we're always looking to host big community events like this, and we're a proud community partner here at Dover Motor Speedway, and this is just a small part of that.
Every wreath that gets placed is a testament to the community spirit this time of year.
Yes. We're going to, during the ceremony today, we're going to have a dozen people come up to the stage and actually build a wreath on stage. It's a symbol of everybody coming together for one cause.
It's an honor and a privilege for our team to be able to host Wreaths Across America. They're such an amazing organization, and it's one of those stories where it's hard to believe that one man could have just an impact on millions of people, and that's what Morrill Worcester did with the Wreath Company. And so for us to be a pit stop, if you will, on the way to Arlington is an honor and a privilege for our team to be able to host today.
And despite the chilly weather out here, there were a lot of folks here, and it didn't seem that cold with everybody together.
Yeah, you know, I mentioned in my opening remarks that it was cold outside, as you said, but it's a warm-hearted community and with a deep appreciation for our veterans. And so it was cold outside, but everybody here had a warm heart. Our industry, the NASCAR industry, our company, and certainly our Speedway, the military means so much to us, and obviously being just a few miles from Dover Air Force Base and what takes place there, other communities around the world don't get to experience. And so I think we're more sensitive or aware of the fact that, you know, when there's war, there's casualties, and we just have to be grateful for all of our veterans, all of our active duty.
I want to thank the Delmarva Warriors hockey team for letting me participate in their Race Across America in Harrington.
Before we take a look at your viewer photos, we're going to check out a few more Christmas parades.
Happy holidays from all of us at Outdoors Delmarva. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Jacob Stevens of Snow Hill said one trophy buck this year just wasn't enough. Jacob, I hope you have enough wall space for this pair.
10-year-old Peyton Whitlock of Berlin got her biggest buck to date, and sharing that memory with the family makes it all the more special.
Caden Phillips of Snow Hill is showing us how it's done with this massive 8-pointer.
Caroline Chambers of Hurlock kept her late grandfather's memory alive by using his gun to harvest this 6-pointer during Maryland Youth Weekend.
Whitney Geiser of Harrington got her first deer, a monster 7-pointer. Nice job, Whitney.
9-year-old Jackson Ward of Pittsville harvested his very first deer, doing so with a crossbow.
7-year-old Vinnie Cochran, shown here with his dad Vinnie, harvested his first buck up in the Cecil County area.
And 13-year-old Wyatt Hopkins of Tyaskin shows off his first buck that he harvested during Maryland Youth Weekend.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
The Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy Mount of the Week is this absolutely stunning 8-pointer harvested in Worcester County by Gary Savage.
For all your butcher and taxidermy needs, call Spencer at 410-422-3942. Stop by the shop on Morris Road in Pittsville, or check out Longhorn Butcher on Facebook.
Well, that's going to do it for our Christmas special. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And thanks so much for sending in those wonderful viewer photos. You can submit a photo of your own by going to outdoorsdelmarva.com and clicking the banner at the top of the page, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen. And a huge thanks to the folks at Christmas Manor in Chincoteague for letting us hang out this evening.
We hope that you will join us Christmas evening at 5 p.m. on Fox 21 for the 1-hour Outdoors Delmarva Best of 2024 special. But until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, Bell Creek Equipment, and Range Time.